Welcome, and I have a new project to show you. We have been working on a smaller version of this on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations, where we've been doing a Valentine's tutorial. But I wanted to show you this one because we're putting the kit on countrycraftcreations.com tomorrow, and it will actually be available. The tutorial will be available February 4th. That will make it so you have time to get the kit if you're wanting, or you may already own this paper. It's the Country Kitchen, and I love it. But I didn't need another recipe book. But I do need a book for my grandkids out in the garden. And also my husband has this huge half-acre garden and our horses. I thought this would be perfect for that, the Country Kitchen. But I want to show you, it has a lot of other uses. It's really a fabulous new design I've done. So it may be out there, but I don't know. This one, I needed something where I could use up all the paper, because Carta Bella only comes with 12 sheets in their collection packs. They don't have paper pads. You only get one sheet of each design, and then I did have some single sheets, and then I added the Spectrum from Authentique in 2 different colors, and I actually had a few sheets left over because it did take about 22 single sheets, but I'll show you, as large as it is, it would have taken twice that amount if we hadn't done the color blocking, as I'm calling it. The album is very large, but one thing that's going to help with this alligator, you'll notice there's no closure. Sometimes closures aren't that convenient, especially if you're going to be adding more pictures. You do lose the magnet, or unless it's a tie, they just don't always work. And you don't want that alligator mouth. Well, this is going to help avoid that alligator mouth because it's that expendable type hinge that I showed on the live show, Country Craft Creations. The nice thing is, as your album grows, this spreads and can actually, it might even flatten out a little bit. It's made to do that. It's made with like almost spring tension, but there's no springs. It's made to do that so that you don't get alligator mouth. Now see, I can keep adding to my book and have it very large. My spine can now handle it because it will move and expand with. But I don't lose any of the structural integrity of it because it's still chipboard and it's still heavy duty. This Country Kitchen, like I said, is just gorgeous. So it is also great for those older pictures that you had down on the farm. So let's go ahead and get started. The first page, you'll be able to lift it open and have room for lots of pictures. One thing I want to show you, this only has 3 hinges. As many pages as there are, there's about, it's the equivalent of almost 15 pages if it was a regular mini album, but we have units. So I have made 3 different units, and each unit is on a hinge, a very large hinge that I'll show you how to make. And you only need 3 hinges. So you're not dealing with a whole lot of hinges. You have lots of space here, but you'll see how your hinges become pliable and flexible. And like I mentioned, I made this so that 4x6, because I have the new Kodak and the selfie printer, and a 2x3. If you guys have seen those new printers that you can Bluetooth to your phone, they're fabulous. Get one, you won't regret it. Of course, pictures can go here. So this will hold about 100 pictures depending on how you crop them and cut them. The tags were made using my Lori Whitlock, and we may have 1 or 2 left in the store. We have a new inventory coming. It's her Thinlit dies for the book, but I don't use it for the book. I use it for tags because they are just adorable. I don't use my silhouette or cameo, so I like these. Now you've got 2 places for tags, and also just to store pictures. Sometimes I'll just stick the pictures in there loose if I need to get back to doing them. But this is where I want to show you. We'll also be cutting and working with our paper to use it the best possible way. If you're a quilter, you know exactly what I mean. And also, Carta Bella always has gorgeous like cover sheets or landscape type pages. And the thing with those landscape pages, how do you use them? Well, this is how you use them. And then also, when your album is bigger than 6x6, when you cut this, you have to actually have 2 full sheets. Now we won't have to. I'm going to show you how to do it with just the 1 sheet, and how to do over 16 inches with 1 12 by 12 paper sheet. And you have just a little place for the cute little tags. And I'm losing my voice. I'm constantly yelling at a puppy. Not yelling, but reprimanding. So again, if you want this as a recipe album, you'll see how you can do this as a recipe album, and you can have your sections become your, so this would be like my appetizers. My next unit could be my main dishes, and then my desserts. So you can have units. Now you can also add 4, 5, 6 units in this kind of a book. You will have a huge spine, but it's really fun to do. Again, using up all of our designer paper, using our Spectrum from Authentique, and our border strips to fill in, makes it so you do get a lot more use of your paper. That was one thing I was getting really tired of, is all the waste, and I've got hardly any waste. Again, 4x6s. Again, showing you how to cut your paper, use them, not having to use a full sheet for each thing that you mat, which after a long time, actually it gets kind of boring when you just have the same sheet down. And again, using that fabulous 12 by 12 with the graphics that you don't want to lose. And a little pocket with the ephemera tags. Now the ephemera tags will be part of the kit. And again, I was out of this one, and so I took and added in my Authentique Spectrum, and I have a nice place for pictures, and I can even write inside there. You can do anything you want. Now in here we have a text spot. You can put your loose photos, but we also have a pocket with it. And these are also from the ephemera pack, and this is another one of those from the Lori Whitlock. And I like to use them, like I said, just for tags. Leave them black and add your pictures with the black linen cardstock. Now you have a tuck spot. And then we have another full-size pocket. So recipe cards can go in there, or loose, anything loose that you like. So there's unit 2. Now we're on unit 3. This is just from the frame and tags. So you'll have both the frame and tags in the kit. We'll also have a kit if you've already purchased Country Kitchen, where you can get the Spectrum and the ephemera packs. And again, the cut apart sheet, how to use it so that you don't have a lot of waste, and how to use it, because these are really cute. And when you're down to just 12 sheets of paper, you need to use everything in that collection. Oops. I really like this one. So we have the pig and the dog and the roosters. I know it looks busy, but this paper, Cartavella, is a busy paper, but it's a fun paper. So what I did is use the rooster paper, use the puppy, because that's where your uncommon friends come from. Made the belly band, and then again used Lori Whitlock's and made my own little tag, and I wanted it to look like the kitchen, oh goodness, the towels hanging in the kitchen. Again, you can put the 2x3 pictures cut down, or any little sayings you want to put there. So there's our puppy. And then the back of unit 3, you have 3.5 spots by 7, so you can get your 2x3 pictures, because my Spectrum printer, and these printers are available on Amazon. There's the Spectrum, there's Kodak, there's tons to choose from. Now again, on this last page is where I was really running out, so I had to be creative. So again, if you're a quilter and you sew, you know how to piece things, but I'm going to show you how to measure and how to do it so that it's not a pain for you. And it's almost like putting a puzzle together. And sometimes it can be really nerve-wracking trying to figure out what sizes need to go where. and how. Now, you might have little boo-boos here, but that's what your ephemera's for. I'm not completely done decorating in some spots because these little sticker sheets are great for those spots, and then nobody knows. And for the back, I just did the pocket, and again, using what I had left in my scraps to map my pocket. And these are the cut aparts. And if you know Cartabella or Cartabello and Authentique, they use the texture paper, which is really nice because it's heavy. And now I can just put pictures on the back. So that is going to be our February tutorial. It'll be up on February 4th. Kits are available starting tomorrow, Martin Luther King Day, Monday. And we've done a smaller version on Country Craft Creations if you want to jump over there on Scrapbookers. And if you're not a member, just send us over a member request, but be sure you fill out the questionnaire when you send your request, because our admins will not approve you for the group unless you do answer those questions. So I've had some questions on that too, so I thought I'd quickly throw that in for you. So that is the Country Kitchen album, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you soon, February 4th, with the tutorial.